Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ITS148, and today's January 28th. Let me share my screen. Two changes numbers that we have then. And so let me log in here. And where did we leave off? We left off. Chapter 8, lists and dictionaries, huh? Did I do some that was yesterday. Good thing I wore a different shirt. Oh. Okay, I must have done it. Okay, all right, good. Let me okay, so let's so we're in here still. I guess I can do some more of these lab activities. So let's, did I do 16? I guess I did 16. Yeah, I must have done that. I actually did it. Oh, that's right. I got this far. Okay. that was 816. All right, so let's go to the textbook. Chapter 8. Right. Just briefly went through this dictionary nesting, which simply says you can the element of a dictionary can be a dictionary, I suppose. The value part. So you have a dictionary, and a dictionary has a bunch of key values, key value pairs. You can think of them, and you know, a list has a bunch of elements that are indexed. A dictionary has a bunch of elements that have key names for them, and the value part can be another dictionary. It can be a list. It can be anything. In this case, we have a dictionary called grades. And this dictionary has 3 elements in it. This dictionary has 3 items in it. It's got one called John Ponting. It's got another one called Jacques Kalis, and a third one called Ricky Bobby. And each of these elements is actually why it's another dictionary. And so John Ponting is a dictionary that has 3 elements. It's got an element called homeworks. It's got an element called midterm. It's got an element called final. And by the way, John homeworks is actually a list. It's a list that's got 3 elements in it. Okay, so anyway, so the idea is that these things can be all kinds of combinations, lists of lists and dictionaries, and can be nested pretty deeply. All right, so that's what nesting is. Okay, so we did 816. Let's do 817. Maybe this class won't go all the way today. Let's do 817. Write a program that first reads in the name of an input file, followed by 2 strings represented by the lower and upper bounds of a search range. The file should read using file read lines method. The input file contains a list of alphabetical 10-letter strings, each on a separate line. Your program should output all the strings from the list that are within the range. So upper bounds are those indexes that are names. Oh, names. So it's between these two. So are these or in order? Alphabetical. It's already alphabetical order. Okay, that's great. All right, so we're reading this file here. And let's take a look. Let's take a look at this file. I'm just going to open it with Windows Explorer. And what does it look like? Oh, it looks like this. Okay, great. That's the file. So I can't remember all the syntax of file read lines. See, should I? Let me. Okay, I better look at it. I'm gonna let's see. Okay, let's go to. You're supposed to know how to read files, huh? You don't get to reading files until chapter 12. Okay, well, let's go to chapter 12. Reading files. Okay, to read a file, you say, oh, I want to read lines. Oh, here's read lines. Let's see. So this is how we read a file. All right. I'm going to copy this code right here. I'm going to copy this code instead. And I'll go back to we're doing this one. And I'm going to open up an editor, and I'm gonna paste this code into the editor, and I'm going to save it as words in a range, 8.17 lab words in a range. So let me go here, and I'm going to do save as, and I'm going to save it on my desktop in this class is 148, and I'm going to call it that. How about if I just call it 8.17 lab.py. All right. So this is my program, and this, just do this. Wasting your time, I know, sorry. So it reads in three things. So the first thing is it's going to read in it opens a file called input1.txt, and I'm going to take this thing here, and I'm going to save it as up there in my desktop 148. I'm going to save it as input1.txt. Okay, so it's in this, it's in the right place. So this is going to open input1.txt, and then I'm going to loop through it. Okay, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to print it out. I'm going to run this. So this opens up the file. It loops. Wait a minute. This isn't enough. This isn't enough. What I got to go back to. That reads the whole thing and outputs the whole thing. this reads this. I want to do this, opens it, and then I got to do this. I got to have this in there. I think. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to save this and run it and see what happens. I need to go CMD, and I need to go to CD, OneDrive, CD, desktop, CD, desktop, CD, ITS148, and I see that I've got lab 8.1.7.py, which I created today. Okay, so I'm gonna go Python lab. Oh, I gotta do a period in there. No, I gotta do 8.17 lab. PY. And yes, that worked. Okay, it read, opened up, and it opened up the file, and it read it and printed it out. I know why it had that other thing in there, because there's a return, there's a carriage return thing at the end of the line. Now, what does this do? Okay, so I would have done it like that. Let's see what this does. Doesn't do anything. Great. Okay, so I got these lines. Okay, I gotta read, doesn't matter if I have that or not. I have to read what the limits are. How do I express that? Okay, so it says I should use this read lines method. Okay, so I did do that. The input file contains that. And so the input is that. Oh. Okay, so it's the first one always comes alphabetically. For the second one, I guess I got to read in the first one, read in the second one. Okay, read. Okay, so I got to read. Doesn't matter where I do this. Start equals input, and this is going to be the the starting range, and then I got to do end equals input, and here I'm asking the user to tell me what the ending range is. Ending range, whatever that, I'm not saying it right, but, and then it loops, and I say output all the strings in the list that are within the range. So I go if a line is the trouble is there's that extra carriage return at the end of the line. How do I get rid of that carriage return? Well, they're all exactly 10 characters long, right? So I'm just going to say they're all 10 characters. Is this 10 characters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If line 0 to 10 equals, oh no, is less than or equal to, no, greater than or equal to start, and line from 0 to 10 is less than or equal to end. If that's true, then do that. Then print, what's the word line there for? Print the line. And the reason I do this is because there's clearly something more here than just these words. When you look at the file, look, but really there's a carriage return and there's a line feed in it. That's why it causes two spaces in between, and so there's some extra characters in there. So I'm just ensuring that I'm only looking at the first 10, the first 10 characters. In fact, I should probably do that with this too. 0, 10, first 10 characters of start. That's, I'm gonna leave that up, see if it works. All right, so let me save this, and I'm gonna run it. And the first thing it asks me is the lower one, and I'm gonna say AMMONIATED, and it asks me the upper one, and that's MILLENNIUM, and it displays out aspiration classified, federation, graduation, and millennium. Now, I want to do something about that extra space there. So what do? I could do, well, that's why we saw this before. And there's already a return. So, and if I don't do that, it's going to put another one there. So this one probably. That looks better. Oh, I'm supposed to say what the name of the file is too, aren't I? Okay, so let me. So I read the name of the file and these two things. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna put these two things up here, and on top of everything, I'm gonna put file name. File name equals input. Enter file name. This is enter starting range, and this is enter ending range. And I put, and this is reading file name. So file name should go right here. Okay. So this here, this reads up all the lines, and it puts them into a list. It's a list of lines. Each line is one element in the list. The name of the list is lines, and there's. I'm gonna see how many characters. Print. I'm gonna have it print the number of characters in line. Num equals length of line. And so I want to print out num, comma, and then line, because I want to see what the actual true length of line is. It might be 10, it might be 11, it might be 12. ANNOMIATED, MILLENNIUM. Oh, I forgot to, I was supposed to type in the name of the file first, wasn't I? Darn it. Okay, let's run this again. First name of the file is input1.txt. Then it's ANOMITED. And the next one is MILLENIUM. Okay, yeah, see, they're all 11 characters long instead of 10 characters long because there's a return character in there. So anyway, that was just to prove my point. And so that's why we're only looking at from 1 to 10. Whatever. And of course, we don't want to do that. And we don't need to have that. Oops. Okay, so anyway, that should be able to, so you should be able to do this problem here. All right, so that concludes lab 8.17, and next time we'll start with lab 8.18. Okay, thanks for watching.